So I was when I was a kid, I wouldn't necessarily say I was forced to go to church, but I I was, recommended to go to church, so I went to church. Then later on in my teen life, I kind of fell out of that lifestyle, fell out of that habit. The people I hung around with were not really the best. They didn't go to church. They didn't say they really believed in God. And God just kind of fell out of my life. And, during addiction, I'd always sit there and I think, man, why is this happening? Like, I create everything I do. Everything I do, I'm doing on my own. So I started, studying into religions. And when I studied into religions, I found Satanism was, basically what I was practicing. I am my own master. I am my own God. So I got into that really bad. And for years and years and years, I would always praise Satanism. I would make it seem like it was the best thing in the world because you're your own person. You're your own individual. You have your own, creativity. You can make this happen if you want to. You can make this happen. Well, little did I know that was just a failure for me. I'd say from about age 13 to 28 is when Satanism took a huge toll in my life. And never done nothing too crazy. But once, I started realizing that, that's not the life for me. I had to change everything and change it fast. And I sit there and think about it today because you still have people, when I talk about it, they're always like, well, either way, you're still going to hell. And, that's not something I would like to think about because, in God and in the Bible, God says that if you really know Jesus and you understand Jesus, you put your back against him, that's when you can be unforgiven. But as a young kid, I didn't understand who Christ was. I never understood what God did. So I turned my back on him then. And now that, I've read my Bible, I understand why Jesus died for us. And I feel like even in my past, the worst of my worst, God's forgiven me for the things that I've done in life. And for me to carry on his message to others and let them know how much he has changed my life. If it wasn't for, you know, the brothers I've had the past year and God in my life and these prayers, like I would not be here at all. Um, God has really, blessed me day after day. And some days I don't even see the blessing coming. It's just God working his miracle.